When we last left off, Socks was being shown to a couple by Debbie, and George was hoping to sell one kitten so that they could sell all the kittens so that he could go to the library. Unaware that his future was about to be decided, Socks struggled and mewed to be put down. Debbie would not let him go. "See," she said to the young couple, "he likes you." "Look at his little paws and his little pointy tail," cried the young woman, whose name was Marilyn Bricker. "And look at his beautiful markings, those black stripes on his head and the black rings around his tail like the rings on a raccoon's tail. Oh, and those little white socks. Oh, Bill, we must take him. We need a cat to sleep in front of the fireplace this winter, now that we have a house." "He's a very smart kitten," George pressed for sale. "He's housebroken, too." "I've always wanted a kitten when I was a kid," remarked Bill Bricker, "but my mother didn't like cats." "Then you should have a kitten now," said his wife. Debbie and George exchanged a look that wiped away their disagreements of the morning. They were about to sell a kitten. Mr. Bricker reached into his pocket of his jeans for change. 50 cents is the best offer I can make," he said with a smile. "Oh, that's all right." Debbie was willing to be generous. "Daddy said to give them away if we had to." "Thank you," said George, as he accepted two 25-cent pieces. Debbie felt she should say something to make the transaction official. "Satisfaction guaranteed, or your money." She thought better of what she was about to say and instead handed the kitten to Mrs. Bricker. "Bye, Socks," she said. "Be a good kitten." Socks found himself cuddled, not squeezed, in the arms of strange Mrs. Bricker, while George said to his sister, "Look, if you're ever going to learn to make change, you've got to learn that 50 cents is a lot more than 20 cents. "Socks, did you hear what the girl said?" Mrs. Bricker stroked the tabby markings on the tiny head. "She said satisfaction guaranteed." Socks's eyes were closing. He was worn out by all that had happened this morning. "To us or to the kitten?" asked Mr. Bricker as he lifted the bags of groceries over the tailgate of an old station wagon. "To the kitten, of course." Marilyn Bricker laughed affectionately. "I know you and your heart of jello." And here is Mrs. Bricker holding Socks up on her shoulder, and then there's Debbie and George in the background. And that is the end of chapter 1. And next time we'll start on chapter 2, which is the Bricker's other pet.